once in a while you would find these stops on the side. Not all of them you could go to, but they would every once in a while clear out a rest stop with a picnic table that you could stop and see the view.
We're in the Westfjords.
So a little note about the Westfjords, about the roads. They work on the roads during the week. They do not work on the roads on weekends. So that's why most roads will be closed during the weekend. But during the week, there are more chances of it being open. So Holmavik is a really great town to stop. There's a grocery store, gas stations, restrooms, and changing tables. It's really a great place to stop on the way. So we did a small stop at Holmavik on the Westfjords. There's a grocery store there are gas stations, and we stopped at the campsite where we had lunch there in our camper van, but there were restrooms there and it was a really nice stop. I highly recommend. So while we were driving, we saw tons of birds. Really beautiful nature. We did see some seals while we were driving, and I think that is amazing just because we're driving and suddenly you see a seal like swimming or laying on the stones, and it's really, I love seals. So I'm always really happy to see them. The Westfjords is not what we were expecting at all. The views are beautiful. We were just expecting something a little different, something maybe a little bit like the north. I don't know. It feels like it does look a little different from the rest of Iceland that we've seen, but then every part of Iceland is different. It has its own beauty. So we'll see. The cabin that we're staying at, when we called them up, let them know that we were coming, they were like, oh, you can't get to your cabin because it's snowed in. So they might give us rooms. We'll see what we'll get when we get there. This is part of the adventure. We got to Heydalur, we went to our hotel, and the cabin that we booked, we couldn't get to. It was just too snowed in, we couldn't get to it. So they gave us an option of rooms or a different cabin, and we decided to go in the cabin just because we love cabins. This is what we wanted to do on this trip. And the dog actually greeted us outside of our car, and he walked us to the cabin like he knew exactly where we needed to go. Such great animals in this, it's called a hotel, but it is an amazing experience, a great place. You really get to see so much animals and feel like you live in a farm, but it's just so cozy, and I mean, it's really an amazing place, and we enjoyed it here. Our cabin came with 2 bedrooms, and you can see that there's like a little bit of like table and chairs, and kitchen. It's a small cabin, but it was perfect, and we enjoyed it so much. So in Heydalur, we're in our cabin. It's beautiful. Everywhere, every window, you have such a beautiful view. And it's just a great relaxing place. We're really not going to be sightseeing too much. It's more of like enjoying the park, just skiing and sledding and snow fighting and having a hot cocoa and just relaxing for 2 nights. Okay, so this time we're going to use the oven for the first time, and we actually got some salmon. So you can see this one is already seasoned and this one isn't. It just makes things so much easier. Iceland has great prepared meals that you cook that is fresh, and we use it a lot during this camping trip. Just different kinds of chicken or fish. Actually, tons of fish. There's been a lot of fish options. Okay, so look at this. It's a giant bag of pasta. We kept getting this every time we went to bonus, and it's a 4 or 5 minutes to make. Sorry about the noise, but it's 4 or 5 minutes to make this. It's very easy. Kids playing. So I'm just gonna be making olive oil pasta, very simple with garlic, and then we're gonna have the fish. Delicious. Told us we can go see the horses, so we enjoyed the walk to go see them. I mean, it's right in our area. It wasn't like a really long walk, and honestly the horses saw us, and there was no fence or anything. They were free, and they just went right up to us. We were like, whoa. It was an amazing experience, and also the kids were like speechless. Delicious buffet breakfast in the resort, in the hotel. Everything was fresh, tons to pick from. It was really a great meal and amazing, great coffee. It was a beautiful day. We decided to explore the area that we're in and also do a little bit of sledding with the kids. Explore the hot springs. There's one outside and there's an indoor pool that is inside. And by the way, there's actually another hot spring that's actually in nature. My husband went to it. It's a 10-minute walk. It's in the middle of nowhere, and that is a great experience. But we decided to do the pool that was just outside, and it was great. It was not too deep. The kids loved it. We enjoyed it. It was right next to the changing rooms, and we just had a great time. The next day we enjoyed another breakfast buffet. It was amazing. And by the way, this yogurt, I know everybody talks about it in Iceland, but it's full of protein and it is delicious. Hey, so this is our last day. We're just about to go out to our next destination. It's been a great place to stay. I mean, we've had hot springs, horses, chickens, sheep, and we've been sledding and playing in the snow. It's been perfect, just perfect. And now we're just about to go say goodbye to the horses again. What I love about staying at, or wherever actually going seeing the horses, is that the owner knows that we're going to see the horses. He told us that it's all right, that we can pet them, to go to them. They're fine, they're sweet. And I love that a lot more than just stopping beside the road and petting horses that I didn't have the permission from the owner to even pet or touch or anything like that. And also it's just not that safe just stopping on the side of the road in many areas, even though you see horses just everywhere with breathtaking views. But this is the way that I know that the owners, he gave us his permission. He said to just enjoy the horses and pet them, and that to me is so much better than anything else. Now this place is also a campsite, but during the winter it is closed. But it's a really beautiful area. Like I would come back here for the campsite. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just breathtaking views. This hour and a half drive, we saw 5 seals. 5. That's amazing. So I literally just told you we saw 5 seals, and then suddenly on this drive from Heydalur there was a stop that had a little sign of seals on it. And then there are like tens of seals just sitting around and resting on the rocks. We had to stop and go see them. So this stop, there are benches, there are picnic tables, and also there's a place for charging your car. It's a really nice little stop. And on Google Maps, you know, there's not much that says about these little stops. We kept searching where we can stop and things like that. But seriously, every time we've driven in the Westfjords, there's always been places that you could just stop and see the view. Just so you know. the Airbnb. Look at that. It's really nice. Wow. Here's one room. Here's the kids' room. This is really nice. There it is. I'm guessing. Look at that. Alright. Restroom. A nice shower. Look at that. And of course, laundry. Alright. This is a beautiful town. I mean, it's right between the mountains. And it has everything you need. It has a grocery store, supermarket, well that's the same thing, bakery, museums, and we actually stayed in a really old house, and that was really amazing. It had history of the family and everything, and a pharmacy. There's also a pharmacy. We would definitely want to come back and stay here longer. We really love this little town. It's not that big, and everywhere you go is just like nature, and it also has everything you need in a way. So, and the apartment we stayed at was really nice. They had records, a great selection of records, and we could just listen to them. It was really nice, and it was just very homey and very warm. And the laundry was amazing. The laundry machines, the washing machine, the dryer, it actually did amazing. It was a nice size and it worked very well. Yeah, it was a great little stay, and now we're gonna head out, see the last of the Westfjords. We're gonna see a waterfall, hopefully take some pictures. We're hoping to see the sand beach, and if you know what I'm talking about, it is beautiful. It's only you can see it here, where it's gold sand, and then you have black sand, and then you have the snow, of course, because it's the winter time, and then the deep ocean, the water. It's just really beautiful place, but I don't know if we'll make it because we have to run to our ferry tonight to get to the other side, so hopefully we'll make it. Now the reason why we had to make changes is because it's actually Easter and everything closes, and there won't be a ferry on a day that we wanted to go on the other side, so we had to make changes now, and we had to do a cancellation on another cabin, but we feel good about the change because we do need to start heading back towards Reykjavik, and yeah. So just to keep an eye out, Google Maps is not always updated. Like, it kept saying that the road is closed, but when you look on the Icelandic roads, it was open. So just keep that in mind. Keep looking at the Icelandic roads. That's where they keep the most updated. Yeah, we do have a couple of reasons why we're leaving the Westfjords, even though we actually really love it here. And I mean, everywhere, it's just everything is different and beautiful. But there's a storm coming in again, so we're just gonna try and get to the other area on the other side before it comes in. And also the Easter holiday, a lot of stores and a lot of things are gonna be closed, and people are not gonna work on the roads, so we could easily get stuck here. And we do need to get to the other side because the end of the trip is coming very near. My husband got some amazing stuff from the bakery. We stopped at the pier. It's actually really known in this area because it's long and it has some beautiful views. So it's a very photographic place. So we really enjoyed taking some photos here along the way. It is
windy.
and icy. Everywhere is ice almost. And there's a nice restaurant right here. And the waterfall is It's really slippery and icy. It's not so hard. I mean, it's not so easy for the little ones. My little one to climb up. She's slipping a lot. So it's windy, and when it's windy, it is cold. It really hurts the fingers. I probably should put gloves on. Yeah, it's really cold. It burns cold. Here, but I'm still not at the top, and because everything's in snow, I'm just not gonna take that chance. beautiful as I read about it. It's gorgeous. It was so worth coming here. We don't have that much time though, because I have to go head back and get on the ferry. So I'm running ahead to get a close up to the beach. But from far away, it's beautiful. But don't come here if bad weather. Like going down that mountain, that was scary. That was really scary. And today, it's a sunny day and not that much wind. I don't know, like Black Beach with those columns, there's so many people there. I mean, it is beautiful, but then when you go to Stoknes and have that mountain and then you have a Black Beach right there, that was beautiful. And then going to this beach, this is beautiful. That's my two top beaches, this one and the Stoknes. Definitely. Definitely. So this is actually a campsite. It's closed right now, so it's not open up in the winter. It's nice. The road is closed to here, so my husband had to stop earlier. That's why I'm walking. But this is how you get to the beach. So go to the campsite, the beach. We just pressed to the beach and there was no parking there. And then when there was parking, it was a 1.5 kilometer hike to get to the beach. And it's just a little bit too long for the stuff that we have. We're gonna have like a day here. But because of the ferry and the storm coming in and the holiday, this is the only time. So yeah. I enjoyed this week so much, but it's 10 to 4, and at 4 we must leave this park. So I have less than 10 minutes to go to the camper van and head out to our ferry. Oh wow, that's part of life, isn't it? So we came here. It's beautiful. So the view is beautiful. This is another beach. It's close to the ferry. And there's parking here, safe to go down to the beach. And this is also just as beautiful. Just if you can't go to that beach, this is definitely beautiful as well. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty area. Once you get to the stop to go on the ferry, there's actually no one to talk to around. You do have some signs. It's not so clear. And also we didn't know where we were going to pay. But actually once the ferry got here and once we did enter, there were people that were showing us the way to go in. And then inside we actually paid for the ferry. Now if you go into the ferry with a car, you have to leave the car down at the parking and you have to go up. So you have to take all the stuff that you need while you're on the ferry with you, because because they do actually lock up everything, so you can't get to your car while you're on the ferry. The ferry had plenty of places to sit, a place for the kids to play. That was great for us, of course, but there's really plenty of spaces, restrooms, also a place to get food. It really was nice and it felt clean. We enjoyed the ferry so much. It was such a nice break to get out of the car and to have time that we're actually traveling to our destination, but we're not actually driving and just being together. We got some burgers for lunch. They were great for a ferry. You know, this is the ferry, but they were pretty good. They were fresh. So there's quite movement on the ferry, but the secret is to be midship during the ride, or the boat ride. I don't even know if that's the way you say it. And food, have a full stomach. That might not work for everyone though, about the full stomach. You have to figure out which kind of person you are. But myself, I do well with full stomach. So the ferry ride is only 2 hours. We thought it was 3, but it's only 2. So this is a new ferry. The old one used to take 3 hours, and this one just takes 2 hours. We saw dolphins. Yeah, and my husband saw three dolphins. We got to see a dolphin too. Yeah. There's some dolphins. I can't believe it.